road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
All the way live. Get ready for America's #1 funny man. Funny man. What? Hey. All the way live. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? We are here. And y'all done beat me into the building. What's up, Ressa? Maria, Latrice? What is cracking? Let me tell y'all something. It's Friday, but this show is going to be cracking like a Monday. Hopefully y'all ready. Had me up late last night watching the doggone verses. When I tell you this show was the best, worst show I've ever seen. It was insane. Let's get this show cracking already. Slowly Rollers in the building. How are you, sir? My guest host for today, I saw this lady as a student in my improv class. She left my class and began a career in comedy. It's been a pleasure to watch her growth. She is in here, face beat to the guard. Welcome to the show, Miss Keandra S. Comedy. Keandra.
Yes, sir. Good
How are
morning.
you?
I'm doing good. How you doing today, Uncle Rodney?
I know, I gotta let you pick your days because you be burning the candle at both ends and in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what I got myself into, but I'm enjoying it.
Hey, you know what? Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like this comedy world, man. And it's just a pleasure to watch you navigate it. I'm very impressed. But let's get this show underway. My partner in crime, Media Room 360. Miss Shiny Scott on there. How are you, sis?
Good morning. I'm well rested and ready to get into this Friday.
You look like you ready to go. Okay. Now, did y'all watch the verses?
No.
Yes.
It's Mario.
Omarion. Oh yeah.
And Omarion.
Mm-hmm. Mario.
Now, if it's a dance battle, Omarion puts foot to Mario's ass.
Oh yeah, he was practicing. He worked out.
Omarion got moves. What's up, Tommy girl? What's up, Sex Talk with T Great? But hold on. It wasn't no goddamn dance contest. Let me tell you something. Mario can sing. Mario be all up in his throat. The dude is not a doggone game. Keandra, did you happen to see the verses last night?
Yes, I did, but unfortunately, I saw more of the pre-show than I saw the actual show. And the pre-show
when they get an undercard, when they get when they get a pre-show,
Look, I saw someone posted. I want to say it was Ty Davis. Said how to feature run the light and keep running the light. Like when it first of all when it started having features, and it just kept going. Like, and I thought it was gonna fight at one point because the shade that was being thrown in the message.
How you gonna be R&B and violent?
R&B for real. Like it was
R&B.
R&B.
So it was Ray J.
It was everybody.
Ray J and
Bobby V.
Bobby V.
Pleasure P.
Pleasure
Sammy.
P. Pleasure P look like me. Pleasure P out there thick as hell.
Yeah.
Pleasure P. And now you know what? Sammy. My kids love Sammy.
Sammy said put some respect on his
the first time I gave them MP3 where they can listen to their own music, Sammy was on it. Because I was a Sammy fan. I know the way you look at me.
Kiss me through the phone.
Yes.
See that? What's up, Sylvia? Tommy girl in the building. Cotton Campbell. If your little picture just says Facebook, write your name in because I want to say love. I want to say hi. South Africa. Somebody, we just went global. We went global. Media Room 360.
Yeah, we got South Africa in the house.
That's what's up.
Thank you for popping in, Gunny. Wait, they must have heard. They must have heard that Keandra was gonna be in the building today.
They must have heard I just got my passport in the mail too, so I'm ready.
You ready to roll?
I'm ready.
I enjoyed the show. Mario can sing. Ray J and Sammy almost got into it a couple times.
Yeah, it was like watching.
But I got to give Ray J some love because Sammy was trying to get that smoke, and Ray J was like, "Dog, we R&B. Stop."
But Sammy was singing Ray J's song better than him, so I mean.
But Ray J, do what you do. When somebody better than you, what do? Pick up one of your kids.
And blame your kid for the reason why you can't sing.
My kid, shut up. In a minute. Let him in. Miss Shiny Scott. If you want to come in today, it's Friday. You wide open.
Well, then I'll put the link here. All they got to do is click on it. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I don't know about that though.
Oh, you don't want to do that, but I don't. Jordan,
that's it. No. We don't have to let him in. Put it in the chat. Forget it.
Okay.
We opening up the doors. The doors of the church are open.
All right. Don't come on here with
Shouts out to Tank. Tank was great. Now this is how cold Mario is. Mario said, forget battling Omarion. I want some of you, Tank. Then Mario found out he ain't got but 3 hits. I enjoyed it though. The show I watched, I enjoyed. I'm like you though. I didn't know it was gonna be no undercard.
Yeah, that was
Ray J was being mature.
When they announced it, because that's what I was saying. I'm like, why do we have Omarion and Mario? They don't have 20 hits, so they had to put the other people on there to make it a full show.
Maybe
I didn't realize Omarion was that little.
Omarion is a little guy. Because I'm gonna tell you why I know he's a little guy. Because Mario is a little guy and he was towering.
Mario's a little guy. Mario was like
5'7".
Oh, really?
Oh, that's short.
Omarion like Kevin Hart.
That's how he able to do them flips like that. He ain't got much to carry over.
Because when I saw Omarion next to Tank, that's when it made sense. Because I done looked Tank eye to eye, so I'm like, okay.
Tank 5'7", 5'8".
Is he that tall? I don't think he did. Maybe I had heels on. I don't know. Because I'm 5'2".
First of all, Shiny Scott on air. What you're not gonna do is frown your face up at 5'7" and 5'8".
No, what I'm saying is Tank really that tall? Because maybe I had heels on.
I'm an expert at height. I'm 5'7". I'm an expert at height gauging.
Yeah, and you taller than me. I can't look at you out of
In my mind, I'm a giant. In real life, I'm a hot 5'7", and let my wife tell her she think I'm 5'6.5". But nobody listen to her. Shut up, wife.
Shut up, wife. You say, shut up, wife.
Had me something.
Trey Songz against Mario. No, Trey Songz has too many hits. He has.
Trey Songz got hits.
Trey Songz has a extensive catalog.
But you see, not, only young girls. What you don't know about no Trey Songz, Shiny Sky on air?
Yeah.
If you gonna put Trey Songz in it, I would rather see him go up against Chris Brown.
I think he out of Chris Brown league. Like Chris Brown and Usher would be good, but Trey Songz
they too far apart.
He could make it, but he don't dance like Chris Brown. You know,
not as far as the dancing, but they both came out about the same time. And Trey Songz would not have the hits that he has if Chris hadn't got into that little altercation back in the day. So I would just like to see him go
Hold on. Trey Songz be yodeling though. If your ass is a yodeler, it don't count.
Yodeling. Yeah, and they both have a lot of allegations against them. We talked about that earlier. They ought to do the allegations.
They definitely get their allegation on. But ain't that part of being an R&B artist? Don't you gotta have some sexual allegations?
I don't think so.
Not always. Not always.
All right, give me this. Who don't got sexual allegations that's R&B?
Mario doesn't. He had problems with his mom.
Coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. He just ain't got caught yet. Oh, it's coming.
Frank hasn't had any sexual allegations.
It's coming.
No, it's not coming.
He's made some comments that were questionable.
Yeah, but that's just comments, but he ain't attacked nobody or, forced himself on anyone.
If you keep
Luther ain't had no sexual allegations. I'm gonna say that.
Who?
Luther.
Luther dead. Luther, let me tell you something. Let's stop right there. Let me tell you something, Keandra, Shiny Scott. You right. Because Luther did the right thing. He died.
Oh, no.
I'm going to say it. The best thing you can do sometimes is die.
Keith Sweat didn't have no sexual allegations.
I haven't heard anything.
I have never heard anything about Keith Sweat.
Wait a minute. So
I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to blow nobody up like that. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, he covered it up real fast so it didn't get to us.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
He said, "When my
talk about
Luther,
Luther, if Bill Cosby was dead, he wouldn't have no allegations either."
You gonna leave Bill alone? Uncle Bill
lived too long.
Don't
if Bill Cosby died 20 years ago, we still got Cosby shows on the air. I'm trying to tell y'all ain't gotta listen to me.
I guess R. Kelly should have died too.
R. Kelly should have been dead.
He should have died.
I don't know what's over here, but if R. Kelly was gone.
But think about it. If R. Kelly had died the first time those allegations came out, we'd have missed out on a whole lot of music. Like he was
I Believe I Can Fly.
But we can do without that one.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, that's a big song.
I have flashbacks to that song, Uncle Rodney, 8th grade year. EOGs, that was our theme song. We had to learn it. We had to sing it for every program, every assembly. No, I hate that song.
Go hit it right quick, Kim. Let me hear it.
Let's hear it.
I know you know it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. They kicked me out of 2 church choirs.
Wait a minute. You been kicked out of choir?
Junior choirs. Yes. They told me
I got kicked out of choir too. If Shiny Scott's been kicked out of choir, then we got the trifecta. Because I've been kicked out of choir.
I've never been kicked out the choir. I used to direct the choir.
Oh, you can really sing. You the one that kicked me out.
Right.
I can really play. I could really play. So.
Get out of here, really. That's
I'm
talent,
telling
man. Okay, here's my kicked out. You know what, Keanu? I'm gonna let you tell your kicked out of choir story first.
All right, so I got kicked out of 2 choirs under 2 different denominations. Disciples of Christ and the Free Will Baptist told me that singing was not my ministry, even though I come from a musical family. All of them can sing, can blow. It just skipped all over me. I'm tone deaf. Ministry is other things, so I ended up being an usher. I got kicked out of the band in the 6th grade because I can't stay on beat. I can't clap and sway at the same time. I kept bumping into everybody.
Oh,
But now, let me get to sipping.
Come
I
on
can
now.
hit some notes. You know what I'm saying? I can cut a little rug. That's how you know Keandra, you know.
You
I
just need to calm down. It ain't that you can't sing. You just need to calm down. Let me tell you what happened to me. So I'm in the Navy, and to get out of work on Sunday, you would join the choir. They tell me that. Hold on. We ain't even nowhere near the joke yet.
I'm laughing at the get in the choir to get out to work on Sunday in the Navy. Yeah, that's what I'm laughing.
So wait, y'all laughing at the wrong area. Anyway, so I joined the choir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, you got this. Don't trip. We at rehearsal. Choir director, he handling this business. He go, hold on. This row right here, y'all sing. They sang. They kill it. He said, all right, stop right there. He said, what about y'all? Y'all sing. Right? I said, so I go, I'm with that group. Right? He go, okay. You sing. It's me. By myself. He goes, oh yeah. You come in. Your ass need to go do cleaning ministry or something. Put me all the way out. I ain't happy about it either, because I was about to kill it. I had successfully sung in the choir for many years. LeBaron, I see you got your picture back up.
Yeah.
I've been lip singing for years. Let me tell you something. Can't nobody out lip sync Rodney Perry.
You too? Oh man. And don't know the words to the
My
song.
homie will be next to me. He said, how come I can't hear you? I was like, you probably deaf in one ear.
That's
It's gonna be an incredible show today. I can feel it. Shiny Scott, can you not feel it? Are you not entertained?
I'm entertained. I'm entertained.
Afro Weekend in the building. Maria Hutchinson.
Afro Queen. You keep calling her Afro Weekend, Afro Queen.
Oh, I'm phonetically challenged sometimes. Ain't no Q in that motherfucker nowhere. Afro Queen. Did we have to kick Coach BJ out yesterday?
Let me see. I have to look at him.
They spamming us with wash your hands and stuff.
Oh, okay. Coach BJ? I don't think it was Coach BJ we had to kick out.
I don't know. You got one more post, BJ.
You have been forewarned.
I will boot your ass out of this motherfucker so smooth. Excuse my language. I be trying not to curse. Oh, thank you, Coach BJ. All right, now we as long as we on the same page.
Yeah, Coach BJ, that's a girl. Yeah, no, she was fine. It was somebody else, but I know what you're talking about.
It was. I took me about 3 clicks to kick him all the way out. Don't let him hate on you. LeBaron is in the building.
No, heck no. He said that was not me, not that was you.
Let's jump into the question of the days.
Okay.
Question of the day. Couple of questions. This is for all y'all in the chat as well. When was the last time, Shani Scott, Keandra, when was the last time you were lost?
Lost, like couldn't find my way somewhere?
Whatever you want to look at. However you want to look at it.
The last time I was lost was last night. Then
Wait a minute, Johnny Scott. Wow. I'm
last night.
long. Okay, what happened last night?
So last night, Slow did this show. The
DJ Slow Your Roll, aka That's My Boo.
yeah, that's my boo. It's the karaoke style Apollo, and he had me build out these little graphics to go with what he was doing.
Okay,
So
nice.
I was lost because it's a karaoke style Apollo, and when I think of karaoke, I'm thinking that you were singing songs that are already out.
Absolutely,
Well,
you can't be doing no damn your own song.
Absolutely. So this is what happened. The artists brought their own songs. They did their original pieces, and they didn't have performance tracks. They had the track, so they sing it on top of it.
Hold
In
on.
like
Stop right there. Slow your roll. Call in the show. We need to get some context on this story. Okay, go ahead.
But they sing it on top of their tracks, and a lot of the showcases that I go to with him is like that, and I'm like, but they lip syncing. If you got the tracks and you see, because I can't hear them, I hear the song, so I was lost. And then it's like, well, if you're trying to be noticed, if you're trying to get noticed, this is a freebie I'm giving y'all. And we don't know you, you need to sing something that's familiar. Because ain't nobody got, I only know of one person that got on Showtime at the Apollo and did an original piece and did not get booed, and that's Life Jennings. That's the only person I know that did that.
But you know, people be scared of Life though. People be scared of Life. Matter of fact, let me put his name down because I know Life. I'm gonna get Life on the show. I'm a big fan. Hey yo, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in, Facebook user. Good morning to you as well. Teresa in the building. She said that's why she got GPS. Keandra, when the last time you was lost? So Shanny Scott got lost in the fake karaoke.
Yeah, I was lost. Like, what's going on here? Okay. All right.
You've been watching verse. Keandra, you lost. Where you at?
To be honest, Uncle Rodney, I've been lost my whole life. But they just threw me out here in the world. I just been, doggy paddling ever since. But no, last night doing the verses, I was lost.
Right.
It was too much going on that stage, and it was really affecting my ADD and everything. Like, it was too much going on. It was sensory overload. You got folks over here grinding on women. You got kids on stage. Everybody got a mic. D-Ray telling jokes. It was
a lot. It was a lot. Did we forget that last time we seen Bobby V, he was with a man?
Well, he was with the transgender. He's with the transgender.
That's not a man?
I don't know. I'm not going to even get into all that because I don't want to be disrespectful and say the wrong thing. But
I'm already disrespectful. Give me a transgenders. Where y'all at?
I don't know.
I'm not touching y'all.
I'm trying to be disrespectful. But the last time we seen Bobby V, there was a person in the room. It was not a woman. The question is, did he know? Jordan Jackson popping in.
I think he knew.
Jordan Jackson.
What's up, bro? Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Did you get a chance to watch? Can you turn your phone sideways? Did you get a chance to watch the doggone verses last night?
I did not.
Oh, shit.
Hey, come on, man. I'm out here in LA working, man. My bad.
I'm not mad.
It was after you.
We're to the question of the day.
Hey, look, I felt like I was there though. As much stuff is already done to hit social media. It's like I really felt like I watched the whole thing.
Right.
Wait a minute. Tank and Bobby V got a podcast?
Tank has the podcast. I think Bobby V might have been a guest, but Tank has a podcast.
Shouts out to Chanel Snap. Michelle C is in the building. She's gonna be joining us next week.
Let me share this.
Next question of the day. The number one thing you want to achieve. What's the number one thing you want to achieve? Jordan Jackson.
Number one thing I want to achieve is generational wealth.
All right. Hey, you wouldn't get beautiful on them. Yo, Keandra, what's the number one thing you want to achieve?
World domination.
Come on now. That goes some shit that matter.
I think I got the plan to fix all this because I'm sick and tired of everything. I think I got the plan that's gonna work.
You sick and tired of the whole world?
I'm tired of all. I'm tired of these high ass gas prices. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of taxes. I'm tired of it all. Let
me tell you something. I went and got some gas yesterday. I told her lady, I said, put 100 in there. I said, no, 40. She said, how from 40 to 100 or 100 to 40? I said, don't worry about me, little girl. Punch the buttons in the computer.
Punch the buttons in the computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have strong calf muscles because I'm gonna get to know some walking.
Johnny Scott, what is the number one thing you want to achieve?
Ever or just like right now?
Johnny Scott, answer the question. You know what? Women always kill me. They gotta ask a question to the question. Whatever you want to say. I don't care.
The number one I want to achieve this year, I don't care if it's at December 31st, 2022, 11:59 a.m., but I want to hit $1 million this year.
$1 million or $1 million?
Dollars.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I know some people. All right. I like that. That's a good one. Let's get that milli.
That can get me to this milli because I got 6 months.
Let's get this milli. Let's get it. You already said it.
Jordan.
Once you say it,
jump on that social media. I promise you, get it.
Jordan,
you in progress.
I'm DMing you today, Jordan.
All right, let's get it.
You too.
All right, guys. Hold up. Everybody stop. I cannot talk to my first guest today. She might be the most interesting person in the world. I'm going to say it. She sings. She's an activist. She's a podcaster. All around dope lady. She is the first guest that's been on the show that I don't personally know already. I want to be your friend, Dara Star Tucker. I'm going to say it. Log me in. I know there's a vetting process, but I'm willing to go through it. Because she is absolutely interested. I got notes. I'm ready. Let's take a break. We come back. We're talking to Miss Dara Star Tucker. Thank you, Gene.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Please share the broadcast with your friends and family. We are up and running. Shouts out to my first guest for the day. I'm super excited to chat with her. I became aware of her as she implored us to pay attention to what was happening to Mr. Monty. We'll get into that in a few minutes as I delved into her bio and into her YouTube page and her Instagram page. I found her to be one of those people that you want to know, you want to meet, you want to be a part of their lives. Her name is Dara Star Tucker. Welcome to the show, sis.
Thank you, Mr. Rodney. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you, man. I'm super excited to talk to you. First of all, how does a bona fide singer, person that travels the world, bringing joy of music to audiences far and wide, why do you even care about the things you care about? Why do you care about the Peanut Gallery? Why do you care about Any, Meeny, Miny, Mo?
Oh,
why do you care if Beethoven was black?
You've done your research, Rodney, and you've been down a wormhole, I hear.
Hey, Dara, I've been in the world. I just dug myself out to do the show. If you hadn't showed up, I was gonna interview you anyway. I was gonna be on both sides. Be like, so Dara, why did you? When I was a child.
That's hilarious. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to, get informed. Yeah, I've been at this it's been a little over a year. And I guess the answer to why is I've always had a very kind of broad array of interests. Mm-hmm. Singing is just where I landed because you got to land somewhere. And singing runs in my family. My father was a music minister. My mother was a singer. So I was born and bred in that. So it just seemed like the kind of natural path for me. But I've always, been very curious. I have a deep interest in film and television, and then have been awakened to social justice issues and issues around race and culture in the last couple of years. It's like, we can't stay silent. It's too many people sitting on the sidelines trying to be polite or disconnecting. And if, my one skill is to communicate, that's my fundamental skill. It's what it takes to be a singer. So I'm like, if I can communicate and make a difference in that way, then I'm throwing my hat in the ring. I'm not protecting myself anymore. This reputation that you want to protect as a singer, it's like, oh, in the industry, you don't want to have too many opinions. You don't want to be seen as like offending people, especially when you're in the world of jazz, as I am. And a lot of your audience is older. A lot of them, they might be black, but a lot of them may not be. Mm-hmm. And they may or may not, be down with what you're talking about. Wow. But I'm like, what? I really don't have anything to lose. That's the way I see it. Wow. I didn't have anything to lose.
Wow. I mean, so impressive on so many levels. Just unpacking the short stuff, and I want to get to Mr. Monty definitely before we go. But I want to cover you. I want to cover the breakdown. I want to cover the podcast. But you're a singer. You're the real deal.
Thank you.
And for those of us, that may or may not, because I'm always looking for like, who is the current jazz folks? And coming across you, I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Because all my jazz people are 79.
Yeah.
And you're a young woman and you're into jazz, and it's so dope. You're a singer. Dad was in the ministry. Mom was right there. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about music and what it means to you.
Well, as I said, I was born and bred in it. I was singing probably before I was talking because we didn't have a choice. When your dad is the music minister, you just get up there and do what you do. You do what you're trained to do. So I have 6 brothers and sisters, and my mom taught me and my 2 older sisters to sing.
Where are you? What's your birth order?
I'm number 3.
Oh, you're smack in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
So I've
that's
got
a whole nother
two.
conversation.
Right.
Everything makes sense now. Okay, got it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know the older ones pretty well, and I know the younger ones pretty well. That's the advantage, is that I know everybody, and I get on everybody's nerves equally. So it works out very well. But my mother taught us to sing the older three. So she put us up, she brought us to our dad and said, I've been teaching them some harmonies a cappella. So then he starts putting us up in church. And as the younger ones come up, then they all joined in, so we were like, Sound of Music, Von Trapp children.
Really? I love it.
Yeah. So that's how I came up, and a lot of gospel, of course, the Winans, the Hawkins, and that kind of Clark sisters and stuff. That's what we grew up with. But then I started to break away and listen to a lot of singer-songwriter, even though in our church environment, it wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, but I did anyway. I snuck off and did it. But I always loved like the classics, Nat Cole and Ella and Nancy Wilson and Sarah Vaughan, that kind of stuff. And I loved musicals. That was where I heard a lot of these old jazz standards, was in musicals, because that's where they came from. So that was like one of my favorite things, because then I could listen to secular music without, anybody getting on me. So moved to Nashville after a very brief career in international business and German studies is what I focused on in school. Ended up in Nashville, just like, I cannot get rid of this music thing. It's not going to let me go. I'm not happy in the corporate world. So let me focus on something that will bring me joy. So I moved to Nashville to write first, and then I ended up doing a lot of singing, in the jazz world. And that's where I've been ever since, about 15 years.
Wow, I love it. Let's get into it. Race is not real.
Yeah.
You are one of the first people I've heard be eloquent on this subject. I realized this at some point in my journey, that race is really a construct, but the way you unpack it is beyond that idea. Please educate us.
Well, yeah, of course, race, scientifically, race is not a reality. It's based in pseudoscience. There's really no reason that we should be grouped according to what the color of our skin is. There is no reason for that. There is nothing that people particularly biologically have in common because they share a skin color. You could have as much biologically in common with someone who was from Uganda as with someone who's born in Sweden. It's not a biological marker in a scientific sense. So all of the groupings, according to skin color, were based in the transatlantic slave trade. Really, that's really when that sort of thinking in the 18th century, 19th century, it started to really crystallize, because it served people in power and it created a basis for slavery. A justification, a moral justification for slavery. These are inferior beings because of the color of their skin. So therefore, we are authorized by God to subjugate them. So there is very little biological difference in any racial group, and that's not even it's not even a scientific way to group human beings. It is not.
But people continue to buy into it. When you broke down the peanut gallery, I've heard that phrase. I've used that phrase, and I will no longer use it because of the breakdown and the history of it. And we talk about Black history all the time, and making it our business to learn things that you didn't know. And you are kind of a great home for that, a place to kind of go and search that out. Your YouTube page, again, I went down the wormhole. Educate us on the peanut gallery.
Well, the peanut gallery, that's a term that's used for, that's a group of people that they're making noise, and they always got comments coming in, and we use it online a lot to refer to people in the comments section. Quiet in the peanut gallery. And in entertainment, old time showbiz, it was used all the time. But what it really comes from, it really wasn't just a general term for the cheap seats. It really is a term that was started in the South, that was used to refer to the sections of a theater where Black people were forced to sit. And they used to throw peanuts, sometimes at the stage, which is why they were called the peanut gallery, but it was segregation. They were segregated and they weren't allowed to sit on the floor where the white people were. And so the origin of the term peanut gallery is deeply rooted in racism. And you know, the NAACP started to come through in the early part of the 20th century and try to shut them down. And rather than yielding to integration, a lot of those theaters opted to just go ahead and shut down. They would not even be open if they thought they would have to share space with the Black patrons that were relegated to the peanut gallery.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sounds so absurd, but it was a very real reality for a long time. And how about this? It might still exist on some levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. We're talking to Miss Dara Star Tucker. Super interesting lady. Do yourself a favor, give her a follow. You won't regret it. That YouTube, you can be over there for 4 days. Okay. You became a champion for Eric Monte.
Yes.
Eric Monte, if you don't know his name, check out Good Times. You can see him listed in the credits, but he precedes Good Times. And then he goes beyond Good Times as well. And he is currently in the VA, and you're doing a fundraiser to help him raise money. Talk to me about Eric Monte and why champion this man? Why?
Well, Eric Monte, without Eric Monte, you know, we would not have Shonda Rhimes. We would not have Issa Rae. We wouldn't have Tyler Perry. We would not have Lou Daniels. You know, he was one of those early trailblazers who broke down doors at a time. I like to think of it as a time when, you know, it was just an open prairie. Right now, at least, you know, we're starting to build some infrastructure within Black entertainment. You know, there are freeways, there are roads, there are starting to be, you know, little gas stations and things that we can access and utilize. But there was nothing back then. It was just a prairie when he got to LA. And he just, through pure grit, decided he was going to get up and come to Hollywood from Chicago. Had been raised in Cabrini Green, which is the same projects where Good Times is set.
Yeah.
And just decided he wanted to write. He wanted to create some Black heroes, he said. He didn't see any Black heroes on television or in the movies other than maybe, you know, Sidney Poitier for him. And he wanted to change that. And so he created Good Times along with Michael Evans, who played Lionel on The Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the
first Lionel.
Yeah, the first Lionel, Michael Evans. So they were kind of creative partners, and he got him an inroads. The first Lionel, meaning Michael Evans, got Eric Monte an inroad with Norman Lear. And so, you know, we think of Norman Lear as this revolutionary, which he was, you know, not to take anything away from what Norman Lear did. He definitely opened the gate for a lot of Black people in the industry, but without really giving them their just due, because these ideas were not coming from his head. He was mining ideas from the Black creators that were around him. And as far as I'm concerned, was not crediting or paying them what he should have been as producers, as creators. He would hire them to work on staff here and there, but he didn't pay them, you know, as real creators of these shows, which they were. You know, they were developing characters. Right. Eric Monte wrote the first script that named George and Louise Jefferson. He created the characters of the Jeffersons, you know, before they got spun off.
Wow.
So, and he says he gave Norman Lear the suggestion to make Sanford and Son a Black show. Norman Lear was going to do it with white people. And he told him, well, you ought to use Red Fox. Norman Lear didn't even know who Red Fox was, you know, and then he eventually takes him up on his idea. Doesn't even mention the fact that Eric, you know, was the one that suggested it. So the biggest, the most, I just think the biggest slight in that whole story was what his agent, Eric Monte's agent did to him. Yes. Eric Monte wrote Cooley High. So the movie Cooley High is so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, where that song comes from. That is a movie called Cooley High that was put out in 1975, I think. And that's Eric Monte's story. That's the story of his childhood. He wrote that.
Get out of here.
Yes. And
so he was preached.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And he was Raj. The thing is, the Michael Eisner of Disney came to him and said, we want to create a show based on Cooley High. So he has a meeting with Eisner. He submits a pilot script. It's accepted. And then slowly but surely, he is edged out of the deal to make a TV show out of Cooley High. Right. His agent, Bernie Weintraub.
Let's unpack that too, Dara, because he's went through the whole thing with over there with the producer Norman Lear, and now he's matured. He's went away. He writes Cooley High. He feels like he got Hollywood. He figured it out, and he's got these people helping to make this deal, but they're still going behind his back and doing a different deal.
Right.
Like, it was so frustrating to read his story.
Yeah. And he on Good Times, he was the one that fought. He was one of the ones that fought for that to be a complete family. Norman Lear was like, no, America's not going to accept a dad in the home in a situation like this. And he had to fight for that. And he fought to, all the, what was the catchphrase that Jimmy Walker had on that show? Dynamite and all of that stuff. This, this real kind of cartoonish, clownish stuff that, he and John Amos and Esther Rowe, none of them wanted that stuff. Jeanette Dubois, none of them wanted these silly things on this show, but the writers just kept throwing it in there. So he was in constant battles with Norman Lear already. So when he got the deal for Cooley High, it was like, great, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Let me just leave Norman Lear behind. Then he ends up getting edged out of the deal to do the TV show about Cooley High. So his agent got together with 3 producers who had formerly worked with Norman Lear or were currently working with Norman Lear. So these are kind of...
Let me interrupt you one more time. So the Cooley High story is what? What's happening?
It's
what's happening. And what's happening gave way to Martin Lawrence way later and what's happening now.
Yes.
I mean, all this stuff is tied to Hollywood and Black Hollywood. So, I mean, as you unpack this stuff, it's really kind of blowing my mind.
It really is. It is mind blowing because it's just like that to me is just the most egregious part right there because that's his story. He wrote that about his life. As much as Good Times was about his life, Cooley High was he is, like you said, he was Creech. These were his friends that he was writing about. And for them to take this story and just be like, well, no, we've got it from here. His agent goes behind his back and negotiates a deal with these Norman Lear producers. Norman Lear was not involved in this deal, but they were all his associates and people that had worked on Sanford and Son, had worked on All in the Family, had worked on Maude. So these were all people that Norman Lear knew. So the thing that I am speculating about is that Norman Lear let them know that he's difficult to work with. Oh, he's, I don't work with him. Don't work with him. Wow. So they figured out a way to circumvent him and took that story and made a show out of it behind his back and edged him out of that deal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dara, let me ask you this. When you see the Moniques of the world, does the history of this make you think that maybe she has a point?
Right. There were several people that jumped in the comments and mentioned her. They're like, this kind of is, feeling very familiar. And I have been inundated with people, in my inbox. I went through a similar thing, either with movies or with music. The music industry is just as dirty as can possibly be. But yeah, there are so many people with stories like this. It was the wild, wild west back then, especially if you were not connected, and it still can be very dirty. But back then, for a Black person in the industry who has no friends, no infrastructure, no nothing, no connections, no good old boys network, he was just out there in the wind by himself. Wow. Yeah. And
there was no way to even become a Tyler Perry. It was no way.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. The closest thing we probably had to that was, by the time Bill Cosby came along in the 80s, he had developed enough, cachet, or did develop enough cachet in the industry to have some real power, in television.
Wow. Her name is Dara Star Tucker. I thank you so much for coming on the show. I know I can't hold you all day. Let's do this. I know you're raising money for Mr. Monte.
Yes.
How do we help?
Yeah, you go to the GoFundMe. If you just go to GoFundMe's website, type in Blessings for Eric Monte, Monte, it will come up. Blessings for Eric Monte. And it's in my bio on my social media platforms. I've been posting lots of updates and letting people know we contacted him. I finally got a hold of him. He's in an assisted living facility in Southern California. He's been on and off the streets. He's dealt with drug abuse. He's, mostly just abject poverty for 20 or 30 years. Wow. And so, in my opinion, we cannot let him die in this state. He's almost 80 years old. Yeah. And I think we as a community can come together and make his last years at least comfortable. We can make him comfortable because he's done so much for the community.
Completely agree. The breakdown. How do we follow the breakdown?
I'm on TikTok, Dara Star Tucker. It's 2 R's, as you can see. On Instagram, I'm Dara Tucker B. I'm trying to get that changed with them right now, but Dara Tucker B. And then on YouTube, I think it's youtube.com/Dara Tucker, I think.
I'm all over the place.
Yes.
Your podcast.
And I am all over the place. Yes. I have a podcast that I've recently started a podcast where I just kind of, get to talk freely about a lot of the things I bring up in my videos. And so that's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Wow. And final question. We've heard this phrase probably all our lives, to be grandfathered in.
Yes.
To be grandfathered in. It sounds harmless. It sounds like, not such a big deal.
Yeah.
But wow.
Please. Yeah. Be grandfathered in. That's such a common term in real estate and the financial world. To be grandfathered in harkens back to the Jim Crow era. So when slavery finally ended after the Civil War, their goal was basically to figure out how to prevent Black people from participating in the democratic process. So they wanted to keep Black people out of the voting booths. How do we do this? And they would create rules all throughout the South and even, places in the North where if your grandfather was not able to vote, then you weren't able to vote. Along with poll taxes and along with ridiculous literacy tests that they would only give Black people. They would create a rule that said you could only vote if your grandfather was able to vote. So that was what kept a lot of Black people out of the process because, of course, their grandfathers were enslaved and were never able to vote. So that is where the term
the flip side of that, if your grandfather couldn't vote, you can't vote.
Right, exactly. Right.
Absurd, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Dara, I cannot thank you for coming on enough, man. You I think we just scratching the surface. Do yourself a favor. Follow this young lady on TikTok, YouTube, everything in between. Dara Tucker B is her Instagram. Thank you to you. Thank you to Gene for coming on because I just became aware of you yesterday. When I saw the Eric Monte story, I was like, I need to talk to this lady, man. And you responded. Thank you so much.
Of course, I was honored. Thank you. We used to watch you on the Monique show, so I was honored to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm a fan and a friend. Anything I can do to help get the word out. And next time you come to Atlanta, man, I want to come see.
Okay, I will let you know. I'll let you know.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, her name is Dara Star Tucker. Thank you, Dara. Appreciate it.
Rodney, I appreciate it.
Man, love. Tell Gene I send my respect and my love. You guys have a great day. We're gonna take a break. We come back. More Rodney Perry Live. We just talked to Dara.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let BePublished.org publish and promote your work for less. BePublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. We just talked to Miss Dara Star. Oh my God, what a great chat. Let's get my co-host in the building. Jordan Jackson is kicking it with us. Keandra's comedy. Shanny Scott on air. And joining us, DJ Slow Your Roll is in the building. What's up, bro?
Man, what's going on? What's going on, people?
All good, man. I can't thank you enough for coming
beauty
on.
Here. Look at all this. God damn.
It's Black Beauty at its absolute finest, DJ. Wow. What resonates with you after listening to the story of Eric Monty or any other stuff that Dara talked about? Slow Your
Roll. We grew up on that stuff. I mean, that was our culture back then, Like that was our way of getting out and learning about what's going on, what's hip and everything, and for all that stuff to entwine with each other. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, the shows that shaped our childhood, Good Times, Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, and Norman Lear gets all his credit, but is it rightfully so? Jordan Jackson, man, we talk about the internet. Is the internet the great leveling field for what our predecessors went through, man?
Oh, it definitely is. And the greatest thing that's going on social media is you don't have to worry about stuff like that because you get to have your own TV show. Right now, we're on Rodney Perry's morning show. You couldn't have without the internet. You would have just had the hope that somebody gave you an opportunity. Now you get to make your own opportunity, which is amazing.
Wow, well said. Keandra, Sanford and Son, Good Times. I mean, we look at successful people as people that create shows, and this guy created all these shows and is now just about destitute, man. What's your thoughts?
I'm not going to say that I was surprised at what she had to say, because this is something I've heard before, not just in television, but like she said, in music. With Black History period, we've had a lot of Black inventors who would invent something and a white counterpart would come in and take it over and etch them out and they not get the credit for it. I mean, look at Jack Daniel's whiskey, and now we have Uncle Nearmus. I'm not know if I'm saying it right, but so this is something that has happened over and over and over again. But now with the internet, we can educate ourselves. And like Jordan said, if you want your own show, you can put it out there now. Everybody has an iPhone. The camera is great on it. Get you some lights from Amazon. Get your people together, and then you can put it out there on the internet, and you're the first one to do it. Nobody can say this is not your work because it is out there for everyone to see.
Sex Talk with T. Gray says the word MF, Sam Jackson is famous for, also comes from slavery. But will we stop using it? Wow. Shiny Scott. I mean, we got aspirations of taking over the world, but I mean, we still got to navigate a minefield of sharks and treacherous people, man. What's your thoughts as a businesswoman as you navigate this minefield?
Well, as a Black businesswoman, the one thing that I always think of when I look at other business models is if I had the same opportunity as other races financially, things would be different because people say, "Oh no, you're a black female minority. You get double this to get this." But what you got to understand with those contracts, there are so many different little loopholes that they put in there that it makes it hard for you if financially you're not coming in with $500,000 in liquid capital off the gate to be able to produce or win the contract. It's a lot. So I appreciate what she's doing, because one thing that I took away from her was that she wanted to take care of him. And I think sometimes we don't take care of each other. Our thing is just like, oh, well, they just, how they lose all that money. They was on top. And, you don't know the entire backstory and how they were blackballed out of everything. And then, they just left there like he is. So I applaud her for her efforts.
Wow, she really unpacked a lot of dope stuff. The Peanut Gallery. Hey, yo, Jordan Jackson, we've heard that phrase all through our lives, the Peanut Gallery. Turns out Peanut Gallery was the method of segregation. They stuck the black folks in them cheap seats way at the top. But how about this? They paid the same amount for their tickets.
Yep. Right. I mean,
how crazy is that, man?
Everything that we've been through, and still, yeah. But you know what? The struggles that we've had and the stuff we go has made us so much stronger. But it's like we still don't get the same opportunities, and somehow, some way, a lot of us still we still make it, we still build, and it's like, wow, if we had those, if this country was built on what it really was supposed, do you know how many more millionaires we would have, how many more successful people we would have if the playing field weren't against us?
Wow, slow your roll, man. You're a businessman. You out there in the streets. You DJing the fake karaoke competition. Okay, let's clear this up. Slow your roll.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know that.
Slow your roll. This lady came on earlier. She was saying she was at the karaoke, but they were singing original songs.
It started off as a karaoke event, but then it turned into pretty much the Apollo, and people wouldn't mess around. They wasn't messing around at all. You give black people a little bit of room to go ahead and say, hey, you can boo, but don't boo. And that's exactly what they did. They booed. They booed them off of there, man. It was too funny. It was hilarious, though. It was a great event, though. Shout out to Kiki.
I'm glad you are happy at these people's misery.
Well, it's fun.
It is what it is. Hey, slow your roll. You've been making people happy for many years. You're confined to a wheelchair. It occurred to me the other day. I was like, man, I don't know Slow Your Roll's story, man. Like, how are you able to maintain your disposition, man? Because there is nobody happier than Slow.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like, I've been in this chair pretty much all my life. So for me, it's all I know. So I was that one kid that was in a wheelchair playing sports and doing things with people that walk. So it's a norm to me. So when I see other people and other people react to me how I am, it doesn't bother me at all. So when a person like I had a situation the other night, I went to a new club that I'd never been to before. I took all my equipment. I had my equipment on me, and I'm rolling in the club, and the security look at me and they're like, "Oh, you a DJ?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And so once I get in there, and nobody really knows who I am or whatever, and then they're already judging me because of the wheelchair. But as soon as I start DJing and get the crowd going and everything, everybody's like, "Oh man, let me get your information. Oh man, you the truth. You this, you that, you that." So never judge a book by its cover. That's what I say. At the end
Right,
of the
man.
day.
I think it's so dope, and you got to overcome that every time. Like people judging the book by its cover, you got to overcome that every day. My brother is like you. He hooped. He's confined to a wheelchair, but I tell people, you do not want to hoop against my brother because he will run your ass. He hit you with that shoulder, and come out and he nice. Talk to me about that world, man, because you still ball.
He played wheelchair basketball?
Yeah. He's from Illinois.
What's his name?
What's shit?
You don't know your brother name?
Yeah.
You don't know your brother name?
That must be his brother.
We got the same father, but I didn't grow up with him.
Oh, okay. You talking about what
Gotcha.
Well, maybe we don't need to say the name because
I'm gonna tell you this: like in the wheelchair community, if he played wheelchair basketball, he probably knows me or I know him.
Oh, get out! Now he's in Illinois, but still.
And I played college ball in Wisconsin, so that was our rival.
Oh wow.
Illinois. So if he played in Illinois, I probably know him or whatever, and we probably don't like each other. And
hilarious.
If you say he nice, if you say he nice, he ain't nice. He ain't nice.
He ain't nice.
He ain't nicer than me. Nah.
Okay, everybody freeze. Everybody freeze. I got to pull a Rodney Perry because Slow is not doing this right. He's not doing this right. So let's talk about his best. And just for y'all, so y'all know that's my boo. That's my boo. That's him. Look at him. That's mine. That's all mine. But not only did he play college ball, he played professionally for 20 years. Slow's done 2 Olympics. He gold medal in, was it Spain? Or no, Toronto.
Toronto.
He gold medal in Toronto, and he did Olympics in Spain. So yes, he's very nice. And stay out his DM.
Wow. Stay out his DM.
Stay out his DM.
Okay, but what if I want to book him for a show?
Oh, you can book him for a show, but they know who I'm talking to. Stay out his DM.
And I've never seen Shiny Scott so territorial.
And said it with a smile.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She meant to man with the hair too.
Hey, and she mean that. She mean that too, y'all.
She really does. I'm not mad at that. I tell you what, let's take a quick break. We come back, more show, man. I got some questions for y'all. And let's do some celebrity birthdays and entertainment when we come back, you guys. My name is Rodney Perry. What you guys for your role before we go?
No, I was gonna say I gotta go because I'm actually at work and I gotta get back to work. And
you might as well keep bullshitting.
All right, I'll give you about 5 more minutes. Okay, go.
Hey, now you go ahead and work because we can't afford for you to be fired. Go back to work.
I ain't gonna be fine.
He's the boss.
I'm the boss.
Hey, y'all. My name is Rodney Perry. Tune in to Rodney Perry Live. We'll be back in a second.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. My guest host for the day, who is Jordan Jackson? Popped in. Jordan, where you at in the world? You
LA.
You in LA?
Yeah.
In a hotel room, and you see you. I tell you all the time, let the sun touch your face. I love it.
I'm in a room like this all day editing.
Hey, I'm not mad at you, bro. Also, Miss Keandra is in the building. Keandra, it's a crazy weekend. Are there any movies I need to be looking for as we approach this weekend?
Hey, did you see Top Gun already, Rodney?
I was just about to mention that one.
The best movie. I've seen that sucker 5 times, bro. This is what we've been missing.
Was it better? Was it better than the first one?
No, but to be the sequel and 30 years later, it just lets you know our top directors, our top producers, they haven't lost their stuff. It's it's these new movies that aren't, because Tom Cruise was a producer on this one and basically set up the franchise to where there can be plenty more Top Guns, and they hit this one out of the park. Jurassic.
All right, perfect. Stay right there, Jordan Jackson. Keandra, give me these movies.
Yeah, I was gonna mention Top Gun. Not only it's the sequel to the original, it's 30 years later. They bring back Val Kilmer, who we haven't seen in movies for a while because he's been sick. And also too, they bring in new blood like Jay Ellis from Insecure. So Top Gun is on my pick of movies to watch. Father of the Bride, which is on HBO Max with Andy Garcia. It's basically it's a Cuban version of the original Father of the Bride, but I'm an Andy Garcia fan, so
right, he can do no wrong.
Right. And Kevin Hart has a new movie that came out today on Netflix with Woody Harrelson. It's called The Man from Toronto. So it's about a hitman. So I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
What's it? Is it out? Is it out now?
Now it just got released today on Netflix.
Okay, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is working on another action movie too right now. I talked to my buddy Harry, who's overseas with him. He's been over there for like 5 months, man. And this movie is supposed to be like another breakout for this guy, as he needs another damn breakout. Shit. All right.
It's a hard-working man right there.
I just hate out loud. I'm sorry. Hey. Go ahead, Keanu. You got anything else?
No, that's what I have for this weekend.
All right. It's time for entertainment with our girl, Shani Scott. Now, Shani's going to throw it out there, guys. P Valley is my stuff right now. Okay. All right.
Come on, Shani.
Shani Scott, what's happening out there in entertainment that we need to be paying attention to? And feel free to chime in, slow your roll, Jordan Jackson and Keanu.
Well, I really wasn't prepared today for that.
It's okay.
I really want, and we talked about just about everything. We talked about the verses. That's the big thing that's going on. Well, you know what? The Burger King man that retired. I mean, that had been working there for so many years, and they gave him a movie ticket. They gave him a lanyard. They gave him a Starbucks cup. That's it.
Who you talking about? Burger King, man? I don't know about it.
Right.
Yeah. So this guy has been working at Burger King for how many years?
27 years and never missed a day.
Yeah, and so they honored him by giving him a goodie bag, basically. That it had one movie ticket, it had a pack of Reese's, it had 2 packs of Lifesavers, it had a Starbucks cup, some pens, and he said,
"Why I use my PTO days?"
See, let me tell you something. I ain't worked since 1998. I wish I would show up somewhere every day. I wish I would.
Rick Ross is looking for him. Rick Ross is trying to contact the man. I don't know what Rick Ross.
Let me tell you something, Rick Ross. Don't you take that man's sandwich?
He's not gonna take his sandwich. Oh. He's not gonna take his sandwich.
He's probably looking for some lemon pepper wings. Probably that's probably what he's looking for.
Well, he might give him a job over there and say, "Hey, come work for me," because I mean that's a dynamic worker. You worked all those years and you never missed a day.
Is that dynamic?
That's what he's gonna do.
That's very dynamic. But David Spade found him, and he's donated about $30,000 to him.
David Spade?
David Spade. So I don't understand why Rick Ross can't find him.
I don't know. I ain't looking hard.
He's somewhere balling.
Hey, did y'all see this? Taraji P. Henson said she might leave America.
Oh, okay.
She's still in America?
But she can do that.
Taraji says she's sick of the way black people are treated in America, and she said, "You know what? I'm getting up out of here." My question to y'all, Jordan Jackson, Keandra, slow your roll, Shani Scott on there. My question to y'all: where in the world would you call home if not America? Jordan.
Wow. That's
big, right?
Next.
Slow your roll.
Man, you know, I've traveled a lot.
You global, slow your roll. So
yeah, I've traveled a lot. And I can honestly say one of my, I'll give you 2 places for sure. Two places. I would love to live in Toronto because I love the diversity and culture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of that. And I would have a vacation spot in Brazil because of the simple fact is it's really like poor, but the people that live there, they have very little, but you would never know it the way they treat their stuff. You know what I'm saying? They may have one couch, one chair, but I'm telling you, it's clean, it's nice. They love it, they enjoy themselves, and I just love that attitude towards things or whatever. So Brazil would be my vacation spot, but Toronto.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Keandra, where in the world would you call home if not America?
This is actually something that I've been tossing around lately in my head if I wanted to live out the country.
Okay.
And I've thought about France, like in the Brittany territory, but I love the water. So wherever I go, I got to have access to the beach. I got to be able to get to the beach quickly and sit on the water.
Okay.
So, but somewhere in the continent of Africa, maybe Nigeria, something like that. But yeah, anywhere I can get to the water and be able to relax my mind, then I'm good.
Hey, you know what? Shani Scott. What's your thought?
Well, I've heard New Zealand is really good for us. So
New Zealand?
I'd have to do some type of research to find out what would really work, best. I don't know about Brazil. I know why he want to go to Brazil because they got big booties down there.
Let me tell you something.
Why he want to go down there?
I'm glad y'all brought that up.
They got big booties.
I was sure thinking. I'm glad
Brazil is the home of the big booty. Like when women want, they take a picture of the booty and take it to Brazil. Like,
they're beautiful people. They're beautiful people.
They're beautiful booties.
Beautiful
people. And what's attached to them people is amazing as well.
Hey, I wouldn't mind living in a place called Suriname. Have anybody ever heard of Suriname?
No.
No.
So Suriname are a lot of the black people that live in Holland. The Dutch blacks are actually from South America, a place called Suriname. When I tell you these are the most beautiful human beings on the planet, their skin is so pure. I mean, they're black like us, but they're not black like us. They're something else. And they're beautiful people, man. I don't like that Dutch, that mahogany. I don't like all that. But other than that, yeah, I would live in Suriname. The GoFundMe, blessings for Eric Monty. Let's not forget that. And let's move it.
I got something else for you.
Oh, you got okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to just Chris Brown's album dropped today.
Did it?
Yes, it dropped today, so you can download it. You can purchase it on iTunes. You can also watch the WE video here. It'll be streaming on the channel. His latest video that we have out.
Oh, cool.
So get that, and then Black Ink. Y'all watch Black Ink?
I see those guys around Atlanta
once in a while. Yeah,
I don't give a damn about this show.
Black Ink Chicago, the guy Caesar got fired. They decided to fire him because
Caesar's the main guy on all the shows.
Because they're alleging that he beat his dog.
He did what?
He beat the dog. But last year there were allegations that his daughter went on live and said that he beat her up, that he beat her because she wouldn't wash the dishes. But it's other people in the house, other kids in the house that could do that because she did everything else. But she went on to Instagram and made this video explaining how he beat her and that she didn't believe that, he should have done that. Now, all of that got washed away. They ain't firing him for that. But this video surfaces of him fussing at a puppy outside of the house, and he picks up a chair and he hits the chair on it. To me, it looks like he hit the ground. It looked like he did.
You got hold on, Shannon Scott. You wouldn't happen to have that video.
I don't have that video. I don't want to show that video either.
I want to see it.
I don't. Let's see. Let me see.
You ain't never seen a dog get hit with a chair. Let me tell you something. We groundbreaking over here at the Rodney Perry Live Show. Okay. Maybe not this time.
Okay, wait, maybe no. Wait. Because this will be okay. Here we go. Let's see. I want to make sure that it's just showing that, so we ain't got to watch all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about this, guys? Before we go on, who would you like to hit with a chair? Keanu.
Oh my God.
Do we have time for my long laundry list of folks?
Just give me 5 if you got more than one.
Let's see here. My baby daddies take up 2 of them spaces.
Baby daddy.
Yeah.
Hit their ass with a chair.
Or a bat, whatever's close. But no, couple of my co-workers, but I got to be careful. They might be watching this.
They probably watching right now. Latrice said she can hit her ex with a chair. Jordan Jackson, you out there on a tour.
I got 2 people I would hit with the chair.
Who would you hit with a chair?
The president of Wells Fargo, because he ain't gave me nail loan.
Did you ask for a loan?
They ain't right, I did business loan. And also, I would like to hit whoever running the credit bureau.
we can find that person. All right, now where we at? Here we go.
Okay, this is the dog being hit allegedly with the chair. So, okay, the dog is coming out. Let me get to it. So there's the dog coming out.
Dog running for his life. He goes back in.
No.
There go the dog.
That little bitty dog?
That
little tiny dog.
So he kicks the dog.
He kicked him?
He shoved him with his foot. They call it a kick.
Oh, he missed him.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I was saying. I said it looks like he hit the concrete, like he didn't hit the dog.
No.
He hit over the dog.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah, but just trying to hit the dog in America, he'd been better off hitting his child. That's which is so sad. You cannot hit a dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So y'all gonna fire him
No. His ass should be fired. Yes.
for hitting the ground?
He hit that dog the second time.
To hit a dog.
The second time he hit that dog.
They don't play that.
Yeah, it was malicious.
They don't play that.
And people don't play.
And that's my thing about that. It's like,
But you
so
can kill a
you
roach.
got
Nobody got a
fired
problem.
for hitting the dog, but not for hitting your child, not for hitting this black woman.
Well, hold on. First
That's
of all,
why I got a problem with it.
stop right there, Shannon Scott. The black woman deserved it. Okay.
No.
Well, okay. Let's back up. Nobody said nothing about no woman. Nobody said nothing about whatever else y'all talking about. He did hit a
Like
dog.
doing the Rodney Perry show. You keep talking like that, we're gonna be in trouble.
No, but the thing is, the video, the allegations came out before about him beating his daughter, not giving her a spanking. You're talking about bloodying her nose, bruising her up. Yeah, we're not talking about she got.
He beating the brakes off of is what you saying?
Yes.
I don't know about y'all, but I got whooped with a. I got whooped with a stitch cord.
You got bloody noses and black.
I got whooped. I got whooped with a stitch cord.
Yeah, I got one of those.
A spanking with an extension cord, but when you
And she put them things on. My mom didn't play. She
but when
bust you in the mouth.
you beating this girl to a pulp to where she got to go to the hospital. It's something wrong.
She ain't had to go to the hospital. She could have made her ice pack out of them peas in the freezer.
But you see how we making all these excuses for this human being, but this dog is like
you're making a great point, Shiny Scott.
You know,
he should not be allowed. But maybe this is the last straw for them too. What he say?
What kind of dog
you say he hit a bit?
Because if it was a female dog, that's some bullcrap right there. Now, you don't hit no female dog. That's what you don't do.
That is a
I
fact.
don't know what kind of dog it is, but I think that is ridiculous.
Well, I think we're looking at a
thing to think about. That's footage from his house. So his daughter probably set him up because it happened the same time. Like the same time last year is when all of the stuff happened.
What did this dog do that made him? Because this dog had to do something really, really bad.
I'm thinking the dog peed in the shoes.
Yeah, the dog did something in the house because he
It's red
said,
bottoms,
"I
too. They
can't
couldn't have been
believe
regular.
that
They
you
couldn't
did
Jordans.
this." Yeah,
wasn't
and
Jordans.
it's a puppy, so clearly he's probably training the dog. The dog might have chewed something, pooped in the house, you know.
Now I don't think you hit a dog because they do that. That dog jumped in the bed while he was something. Because this was real frustration. This was super frustration. That dog ain't did no regular dog stuff. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, he really wanted to. He was trying to bring the pain on that dog. That dog did something he had no business doing for real.
Right? Did the dog snap at the kids? But my thing is, no one ever tries to find out the other side of the story before they start canceling people. You know, they just say
Ain't no other side of the story to America. You can't put you can't. You can kill a roach, but you better not kill a dog. You can't.
But a roach, everybody kill roaches.
I don't know though. I'll be, but it might not be long for they be out there with
the dog made the 911 call. Like everything went down with his daughter, but and like the camera is on his house, so I was, you know, I'm like his daughter must have turned in it because somebody that got access to those
like
cameras had to turn.
Because he would have never did that if he was being filmed. Obviously, if he knew he was getting filmed.
Yeah,
but now that dog did something. I would really love to know what that dog did.
Well, for all purposes, I don't condone the beating of dogs or women, okay? Because my views are not the views of everybody else here on the Rodney Perry Show.
I don't beat no women either.
That would, Rodney said that now. He on his own on what.
No, I don't beat no women. And
don't come up in my tour with no pickets.
I knew sponsor Vaseline because the only thing I do beat.
Oh, you just have Vaseline readily available right there. Okay.
Don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Sometimes I get stressed out doing these shows.
Oh, okay.
His daughter peed on the couch and blamed the dog. Wow, Jonathan.
Wait a minute,
Wow.
this not even right. But I think it's sad that he lost.
What kind of couch? It must have been expensive couch.
Look at this comment. Don't hit no bitches. You know what?
This is wrong.
This is the audience. This is the audience we got, Shani Scott.
We are not supposed to be laughing at this.
This is wrong on so many levels.
That's what comedy is, though. No.
Well, I'm gonna show. Hey, Rodney, man, I was just liking to do the show too, man. We was almost in there,
man.
Shani, I'm gonna miss you, man. I just got to know you, and just like that, boy, canceled on Facebook. Well, I can't believe it.
Hey, you don't want to play with Facebook either.
Rodney gonna go to log in. He gonna go to log in. They go, oh, no.
Luckily, we on 95 platforms.
Right. Can't cancel them all. So you think we can't?
Right.
I know, right?
One button to push. One button.
We got to be careful with that. Oh,
yeah, man. God. A crazy great show today. We're not done. We got about a half hour plus 2 minutes left. Let's take a break, Shani. So we come back, more show.
He be saying that so fast. I have to switch over to the next screen.
Great having you. Incredible women. I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah. What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Do I have prediabetes? That's the question. And how about this? If your ass got it, you better get it up off you, because that diabetes is not a game. I had a friend of mine lose a toe. And let me tell you something, what you don't want to do is be out here with 9 toes. We call them 9-toe kill go. That wasn't even his name. Welcome to the show. My co-host for the day, Keandra, Jordan Jackson, and Scott. What? Y'all ain't never had a 9-toe kill goat?
He said that wasn't even his name.
Just wobbling all over the place.
I mean, man, we take like deficiencies for granted. So I'm in the airport one day. A guy comes into the holding area. He's a double amputee. And as I'm looking at him, I got all these questions. I want to talk to him. I want to get to know him. But at the same time, you don't want to be the guy that bothers somebody. So, Jordan, we travel a lot, man. I'm like, you know what? Leave that man alone, Rodney Perry. I go do my trip. I'm coming back the following day. This guy's on my flight again. I'm like, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to miss this opportunity twice. I go up to him. I sit down and say, excuse me, brother. I don't mean to bother you, man, but what happened? He went on to tell me that he was a veteran. He had been in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and he stepped on a landmine, and it changed his life forever. I guess for a split second, Keandra, I looked sad. And he told me, he said, brother, don't feel sorry for me. I live a great life. I got a wife. I got kids. He wanted me to know he was fucking. And we talked. I swear to God, Jordan, I'm not making this up. We talked 14,
Sounds
15
like a bit
minutes.
to me, Rodney.
No, not a bit at all. We talked 14, 15 minutes. And as we talked, man, this dude was awesome. He was a motivational speaker. He traveled the world telling people just because your body changed that your life wasn't over. He was a best-selling author. He gave me a copy of his book. He gave me also he gave me something else. But as we talked, I found this guy to be the most awesome human being I'd ever met because his spirit was so good despite what he had been through. And as we talked, I had to ask myself, Rodney, could you be a great guy if your body wasn't whole? And I'm going to pose that question to y'all. Could you be a great person if your body wasn't whole? Keandra?
I think that I could be. I'm a great person now. So,
See?
It's your personality and how you treat people.
That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Jackson?
I definitely think I could. I still had to, you know what I'm saying? As long as it wasn't my face that was gone, I think I'd still be straight.
Shiny Scott, could you remain a great person if your body wasn't whole?
Absolutely. Because if something happened, I still won't. I'm still me. Like I'm still me.
I would be a horrible person. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm better than y'all, worse than y'all.
Still though, right?
No. I would be a horrible guy, Jordan, because I would think everybody was looking at me. What the fuck? What you looking at?
Well,
I think they all go through that for a little while, and then they just realize you got to live life.
No. I'll be a horrible, but you know what I'm not gonna be?
What?
I'm not gonna be short no damn more. I bet that. I'm giving some long ass legs. Hold on, listen to me. I got prosthetic legs. I'm getting me some long ass legs. I ain't gonna stay 5'7".
But
I'm getting some 6'8".
Some 6'8", you gonna fall.
No, I'm prosthetic. I'm bouncy.
If you had to give up one limb, you had to give up one limb. What would you give up?
Now that's a good question. You got to give up one limb. I'm giving up a whole limb.
Yep, whole limb. Got to be a whole limb.
So that's like your arm, your leg. What else?
You got your arms, you got your legs, you got. I mean, limbs. Everything is limbs.
Fingers. No, your limbs are just what comes off the trunk.
Your limbs is just arms and legs.
Yeah, really? That's your limbs.
Oh, what body part then? If you had to give up one body part, what would you give up?
I would give up one of my balls.
Wow.
Because you don't need one.
You don't need but one ball. And I got 6 kids. So I'm done. My balls don't need. I don't have no more.
It's a win-win.
You don't even need them, period. Now.
Matter of fact, I let both. I go smooth.
No.
From taint, from booty hole to the base of my. I'm going smooth there.
I'm gonna tell you,
Never the
it's
ball.
not a sight that any woman really wants to see. I've seen that myself. That
You seen a smooth ball area?
You forget I work in healthcare. I done seen it all.
So wait a minute. So do you know? Cause y'all nurses be nasty. So do you know you walk in the room knowing it's gonna be a smooth ball area?
No, actually, people don't tell you this type of stuff before you go in the room. You know, I done walked in. I've seen smooth balls. I've seen prolapse uteruses. I've seen prolapse anuses.
Well, hold on, stop right there. What's a prolapse anus?
It's when the rectum is when it's coming out. Like your inside is coming to the outside.
But what they call that? That's
right, Jordan. Jordan's face.
His face telling it all.
I've seen things in healthcare I could have went my whole life and never seen ever in life.
So many things. Okay, we can't just skip past so many things to give up. Why would you give up the most gentle?
I mean, you can live. Hey, can't nobody see it. You can live a regular life. Like if you lose a leg or a finger, he'd be like, man, what's this motherfucking 9-finger, 8-9-toe kill go doing out here?
Yeah, because you can hide the ball. Too late, bitch.
I mean, all she really wants is the shaft anyway. So I mean, that's
and you know, and then
selfish. The balls are.
So when you don't have no balls, do you stop ejaculating?
What's it, Rodney?
If you don't have no balls, do you stop ejaculating?
Yeah. What's the point? No pun intended.
Jeremy says, so does that what regulates y'all testosterone?
I don't know about that, Jeremy.
Testosterone also in the gonads, but also your pancreas also helps to regulate testosterone.
Okay.
So,
pancreas.
But
now,
you
pancreas
can
is one of them organs. Now I'm sorry, Keandra. They say pancreas is one of them organs you don't really need, but you do need that.
No, you do need your pancreas. If you don't, your pancreas stops working, it throws you into type 1 diabetes. No, you need your pancreas. There's a lot of hormones are produced with the pancreas. No, you need. That's a very important. Now you may be thinking about your
I like this, Keandra. I like this. I like this segment. Keandra's health tips.
We're on the air with Nurse Straight Up. Nurse Straight Up now.
Well, hold up, wait a minute. I gotta put inside. I'm not a nurse yet, but I am in nursing school, and I've been working in healthcare.
Same thing in the black community. Don't matter. You ain't got to fit in nothing. If you do some stuff and you got some scrubs in the black community, that's a nurse.
Or a doctor.
or not.
Or a doctor.
All right, Keandra. So wait. I had a friend. He had 9 toes. Is that gonna throw off his balance forever? We called him 9-toe Kilgo.
No, it doesn't throw off your balance forever.
Yeah, it's Wells Fargo balance. Hey, you ain't gonna get no job.
Now, most recently we saw Deion Sanders lose a toe, and they said it wasn't diabetes. What could it have been?
It could have been an infection. You can get an infection. He could have got a cut, got an infection. It could become gangrene. It could have been deformed to a point that, because he was an athlete, and if you ever look at some of these athletes' feet, they feet can look pretty jacked up, and so maybe it was becoming very, very cumbersome. It's like, look, we can just take it off, and you ain't gonna have no more problems with it.
Yeah, somebody $1 million contract make them feet look a little bit better, though. I'm pretty sure.
All right, Keandra, we got another question for you. They say that the vagina is only 4 inches deep.
That ain't true.
Is that true?
You're in there measuring vaginas. Like, wait a minute.
I know for a fact they're at least.
This is about 20 inches. That's why I can't get the bottom of it. The hell?
Can it be as deep as 20?
I don't know about as deep as 20, but the vagina can grow to accommodate whatever is entering or exiting from it. So
there it is.
It is a muscle.
like we have
babies coming out of that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't want to have a baby every time you getting with somebody either.
What do you mean by no? We're not having babies every time we get with somebody. What do you mean by that, Uncle Rodney?
I'm saying if a guy has a 9-pound penis, you don't want to be a part of that.
Well, I hope a man wouldn't have a 9-pound penis. I mean, I'm just
because
like,
that means
my
it's
mama ain't
swole, he
raising
got
no
something.
quitters, but that right there, I got to draw the line somewhere. You know, I'm unadventurous. You know, I like a challenge, but nah.
All right. Joining us. You can catch him on his show right here on Media Room 360. He's always stepping to the AM, unless of course it's AM.
Right.
I said to myself, why we book JP? Because JP cannot get here in a timely manner. He doing his show from 12 to 4 a.m. Ain't no way. Welcome to the show, Mr. JP Justice. What's up, bro?
I can tell you where it all went wrong. Can I tell you where it all went wrong, man? Let me tell you where it all went wrong.
What happened? What did you didn't clip your balls off, did you?
No, but a 9-pound penis, we'll get to that in a minute. Listen. I didn't make my financial quota while driving Uber yesterday. So after the show, I said, let me get up early. Let me go out and make up the rest of my quota. So when the show was over, I went out and drove for about an hour and a half.
Get out of here.
Right. So when I came in, I said, right, Rodney's show. It was about 6-something in the morning. I said, let me just lay down for a few minutes. I saw the text. I think I answered the text. And then I said, let me just lay here for a few minutes. And then I just woke up just now and I said, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll never go driving after the show. You know what it is? 4 o'clock in the morning here is when people start going to work, and it's like a really high volume time.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I can make this up real quick. I went out for like an hour and a half, bro, and that was it.
Dude, you're killing yourself. Be careful, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you, man. And first off, Shani, what up, Shani? What up, crew? What up, everybody? Hey, what's going on? It's your boy JP Justice.
JP Justice, Jordan Jackson is in the building. Keandra's in the building. Shani Scott on air is in the building. Great interview in the first hour, man. Ms. Dara Starr was amazing.
I saw Jordan Jackson with you on earlier this week, and I was highly entertained with his answers and his facial expressions. Like Jordan Jackson ain't even gotta say nothing. I was just sitting there like this. This dude is great. I love this guy.
I appreciate you.
What's what to say? Hey, Shani, let me tell you, you did this, Shani. Let me tell you what Shani did. Yesterday I was feeling gloom and I was feeling under the weather. I was feeling like, is this going to do it? And you didn't even notice. You started telling me about how your day is, your regular day is. Mm-hmm. And you didn't even know I was feeling this way. And then when I heard you say how your day is, because your day is crazy, I said, yo, Jay, shut up. Stop complaining. Knuckle up. Put the wind to your back.
Shiny to play the big joke on my life a couple times, too.
Yeah, man. You said you played the big joke.
The big joke.
I
was like, you be complaining. Then Shiny like, is that it? Pow!
Yeah.
What about this stuff?
Trump.
And she didn't even know I was getting. I wanted to complain. And then when I heard her say all that, I just said, man, just do it, bro. Shut up. Your last daughter just graduated. You got all the time in the world in your life. Go ahead, man. You better do what you're supposed to do. You want this.
All right, guys. Let's cover some stuff before we get out of here. Eddie's son and Martin's daughter are getting together.
Heard it.
They about to get married.
Did you hear Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel said they're going to make a super comedy baby.
Hilarious.
Yes, I can see that.
Wow.
So it's Eddie's son. So he's going to be doing the smashing. That means Martin has to pay. Am I right?
For the wedding?
Yes.
Traditionally,
are they still doing that?
Yeah, the father pays, right?
Yeah. But people don't really do traditional anymore. So it just depends on the bread.
Thank God.
All right. Did y'all hear this one? We've covered this before. JP, we talked about this. Monique, as some people said, she went too far when she brought in the daughter, when she brought in the wife. Monique has apologized in public.
She did.
But she did go on to say, fuck DL. I meant that part.
Okay. And
I was there to witness that. Yes.
You was there?
In Raleigh, when she came to Raleigh on stage, she did. She apologized. She said, I can admit when I'm wrong, that she was wrong for bringing in, his family, his wife, his children. But she said, but when it comes to DL, what she said, she meant every word of that. So,
okay.
Don't ask me
and
nothing.
she went on to put on a good show. So
okay, yes.
Jordan Jackson.
Right.
Go ahead.
Have you been to I've been to a couple shows, but have you ever seen Marlon perform live?
Marlon
Wayans.
Yeah, I used to open for them. I used to open for them.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. I've been to a whole bunch of shows, but now, boy, when I tell you this dude made me laugh, like that was
it the physicality or the words or
I think it's Marlon. You know what I'm saying? The guy's so likable by the time, but he's really, you can tell that he really like when you on stage, you can tell that, because sometimes you go to a comedian show and it's like, I'm a comedian, I'm a hustler, I'm making this money. But when you can tell the people who love it, who love the pen, who love the craft of doing comedy, and I'm just telling you, he may not have been the most biggest person that I went to see, because the main country Wayne, we just been going to some shows, but I'm telling you, Marlon's show was amazing. Bro.
Wow.
Hold up, breaking news. The Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade 6-3.
Wow.
What does that mean for the ladies?
Go find your hanger.
It means
cancel. We canceled.
I said it out loud.
I was just signing a contract with Rodney to come on the show permanently, and she just canceled us in 2 seconds.
Wow, Jesus! She said it with like this.
Yeah. Because it ain't her show.
My bad.
She gonna go home.
Rodney gonna be at Amazon.
Right. Rodney got to do 18 more funny bones. This was our opportunity, and she killed it with 3 words. Go get a hang.
Is that what it really means? If they overturn it, that means it's now illegal again?
You don't have the right of choice. But let me pull it up so I can give the right verbiage.
My God.
You're saying the wrong.
About Marlon Wayne, let's get to that too. But about Marlon Wayne said he's maniacal. He's borderline rock star. I have never seen.
Why hasn't he?
What?
Like he's like, I don't understand. It seems like he should be big.
He's a regular in my house. The show that he has on Netflix, that family show my kids love that show.
Right. I'm here to tell the truth and nothing but the truth and the whole truth. And I my career doesn't really depend on what I say. So the reason why I feel like Marlon isn't over the top is because there's a sense of Marlon that doesn't feel adultish. His movies is great. His specials are trash, but his live performances are over the top. He doesn't really bite into wanting to be a stand-up. It's like he's being flashy with being a stand-up, but they're technical with their pen. Their pen is very technical. But Marlon just, this is what I do. Yeah, I want to get serious with it. Yeah, I want to blah, 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 blah. But it's just, he doesn't have
Is
that.
Damon Wayans still the number one Wayans?
To me,
Damon
Wayans is.
Yeah.
Damon Wayans is.
But I like Marlon better. But I got to give Damon the props of the number one.
Hey, man, as you unpack this whole thing, man, and I've had conversations with women about the right to choose. And I think that's the core of this whole Supreme Court debate. But I mean, if you black in America, man, I think abortion hurts us. The lack of blacks. When I was growing up, it was more blacks, and it seems like there's less of us.
Well, we're not the ones having the abortions.
Right.
Okay.
This ain't got nothing to do with black and brown people.
Really?
The fear is that white America is going to become the minority, which they already are. Okay. But they don't, because White girls get abortions more than we do. That's who at the abortion clinic. Not saying that there's not black people there, but what happens with it is now each state has to decide what it will look like. So you will lose your right to choose, but it's up to your state to decide if you can go.
So it's not clear, but it's not the law of the land anymore.
No, and it's up to so many weeks, but like I can't remember how many weeks. I think you can't have an abortion.
In some states, it's 6 weeks, and you don't even find out sometimes until you're past that mark.
I didn't know I was pregnant till I was, 2 and 3 months pregnant, and then I know, I'm pregnant. So
wow, there's gonna be a lot of trips to Mexico.
So what do women do in lieu of abortion?
Go to Dominican Republic.
Fall downstairs.
Well, I mean, if they want to have an abortion,
fall down.
They're gonna be clinics. They're still. I mean, they setting up. Think about it. This is America, y'all.
We definitely
it's gonna be a whole black market of this. So you will be able to find somebody if you really want to get an abortion. But I think they should put something in place where at least if I'm the victim of a sex crime and I end up pregnant from this.
What about these exceptions to there needs to be something that protects people, and then what happened to the freedom of your right to decide? Because once you have a baby, that changes your life forever. So that should be a decision. That should be a decision that you alone can only make.
Well, once the baby gets here, it changes your life forever. But for a female, once you start carrying the baby, it starts changing your life.
The whole thing. There's bondage of that connection. Man, that is.
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
understand how
the health
Supreme Court that ain't all women can even try to make these decisions.
Well,
in some states, they do have provisions in place that if you are a victim of sexual assault or you're a young girl who has been a victim of molestation, then you are able to go. Or if the baby is going to be born with a deformity, a genetic, some genetic malnormalities, trying to get it out, then you're able to then have an abortion.
But I don't like him. No. You should
or it's not a good time in my life right now because I'm putting my career first. Or because I know that I am not mentally stable or I'm not a nurturing person to be or financially stable to be able to be responsible for a child. And what my issue with this is, here I am, someone I know that I will not be a good parent. I can't financially support this child. I don't have the mental fortitude to be able to support this child. So I'm going to go ahead and end this now so I don't mess up someone else's life down the road and it be a responsibility of society. Now you're saying that now I have to carry this child to term. Now when I come to you for help, now the child is here. Now you're going to tell me, well, why did you have a child? And I don't want to be responsible for the child because when I come to get insurance and food stamps and WIC and all that, now you don't want to help, but you're saying I had to keep this child.
Well, I also think that because they're allowing the letter group people, the LGBTQ, be more prevalent in the world with these decoy vaginas, that they're going to need more people to fill in and more babies to fill with the
decoy vagina.
Yeah, like decoy vaginas. Okay.
What I get myself into?
Yo,
we're trying to stay on air.
All right, guys.
But the next thing is the church and the state, because that's coming up next for church and state to merge, and we really don't want.
I think that's our final question for the day. If Roe versus Wade can be turned over after 30 or 40 years, what else is coming down the line?
Oh, you're about to. Let me tell you, they thought they were slick when they did this, bro. They dropped this soon as college kids was on their way out of school, because had this been dropped during the college year, the college season, that's who would have been on that front line. Kids would have not gone. College kids would have not gone to school out there to picket and fight, because that's a young fight. So when soon as colleges let out, this one is this picked up real picked up steam, and kids are back home. So I really think they snuck this in on us. They really snuck this in on us.
I think
Donnie,
that
do you have all the
that
disclaimers and
me and Nick Cannon and Jordan Jackson and JP Justice are single-handedly keeping black folks alive.
Yeah,
because I got
but
some.
you make sure Shotty says that little fast thing. Everything necessarily are not. Are not the thoughts of Rodney Perry.
Hey man, Roe versus Wade has been overturned. Thank you to Dara coming on today. Thank you for JP Justice. We had another guest, but he's old.
He clicked in and he clicked out. He came in.
He came in where?
He came in about 9:12, somewhere like that, and he sat there for a little while and then he clicked
No, I didn't see him.
Yeah, I think is what he had on his.
I did not see him at all.
Mm-hmm.
I would have brought him up.
Yeah, he clicked in for a little while. I don't know if he had technical issues or what.
Chinese guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ain't tell me.
Well, I thought he was gonna sit there. Most people sit there and wait. he was there.
No, I didn't see him, man.
Yeah, so
I didn't see him at all.
Well,
Hey, Rodney, do you realize that you say Shiny Scott's whole name? Like
I do. I said it on purpose.
Okay.
Oh, he said his phone died.
Shiny Scott.
Oh, that must be that's Jordan. Oh, Jordan, I DM'd you. Check the DM.
Okay. Or Jordan Jackson phone. I say Shiny Scott because you want people to lock into their social media. So I'll say JP Justice Labs. I'll say Keandra's comedy. You know, I do that on purpose. Okay. It's been a great day, great show, man. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I'm here tonight. I'm hosting this MMA event. And then tomorrow I will be in Baltimore, Maryland. So all my Baltimore folks, man, get ready. I'll be in town for one night only.
That's
you! Oh, shit.
Bless you.
All right. I got to go take the trash out. Wipe the screen. Right. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Keandra, how do people stay in touch?
You can follow me on IG at Keandra's Comedy, and I have my link tree there for everything else. I'm going to be July 7th participating in North Carolina's Funniest at Good Nights contest. And I'm going to be in New Jersey this coming up week with Natasha Face.
Love Natasha Face. And we're going to win that competition, right?
Yes. That's what's putting it out there.
Yes, we are. JP Justice, when you wake up, let us know.
I'm here.
Yeah, I have my brain shut down like that all the time.
I was here. I was listening to what she said coming out to Jersey. I was like, all right, Jersey, you're right. Pick up to Jersey.
Hey, man, how do people stay in touch, JP? And how do they step into the AM?
This is what you do. Go outside your front door, open it up, and go, yo, JP! No, I'm joking with you. Listen, all my social media handles the same thing, JP Justice Labs, no matter where you go to. Or you can come right here to Media Room 360. Come check us out. 11 to 3. I read the what's the name, Shiny Scott.
Central Standard Time. That's
Central Standard Time, 12 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday
through Saturday. Because you come on tonight, right? You come on after 11.
Yeah, we have plans on coming on. I think we have.
Was that Monday night?
We had this whole argument already. We was on live.
Okay, I don't care. We got to go. All right. Hey, y'all have a great day. My name is Rodney Perry. Peace out.
Oh.